All right, everyone. Hello. It's Jared from Crypto Plan. Hope everyone's well on this fine Saturday morning. If you're in Europe, well, just gone afternoon, actually. I've been out in the water surfing, doing what I love, and now I'm watching the Pipe Masters on the TV or on the internet, and that's super cool as well. But you don't want to hear about that unless you're a surfer. But I am going to talk about XRP today, and I'm going to give some price predictions for the next leg up. I think XRP is super bullish. It's been through a couple of alt cycles, a couple of alt seasons, a couple of Bitcoin cycles. Everyone knows about it. It's easy to buy. And I think the next leg up is going to be super bullish. And if it doesn't hit all-time highs, it's going to hit very close to all-time highs and probably definitely break through this 2 weekly resistance level of about $2. And even if we go back to the weekly chart, and what's our weekly resistance? 270. So I think we could definitely break through our weekly resistance of 270 on this next leg up. And I'm going to explain why I think that, and doing the same analysis method as I would on the last few videos. So before we get into it, please like the video and subscribe to it. If you are new to the channel, and if you get value out of this video, for sure, definitely subscribe to it and click the notification bell so you can get my chart analysis delivered to you via a notification. But anyway, let's get right on into it. So we're going to look from March, and from March from the very lows, and we're going to just do some trend analysis because the trend has been upwards. So we're going to see if we can replicate what's been happening and do it again. So we've got a nice upward trend there, and we've got the full extension, and we'll see if we put that full extension out there again from the current kind of retracement lows. We're looking at around a $3 XRP, which is super cool. And I imagine if anyone had been accumulating down here in March at the very lows of 11 to 15 cents, you'd be very happy with a $3 XRP right now, right? And it could definitely be a point where some of us are taking profits, and even maybe before that, you know, in the 250 range, you might be looking to scale out, do another trade, take some profits, pay some bills, just breathe for a little bit, knowing that you've sat through, 9-10 months now of sideways consolidation with some little pumps, more recently a bigger pump, but then still another 3 weeks of consolidation now. And as I look over to the charts on the right as well, I can see that the total market cap minus Bitcoin is on the move, and as well as Bitcoin. So there's some flow back into the markets in general. So it could be a big day in the markets. Like there was a lot of red there about half an hour ago, and things are getting green. And XRP itself was in the red, minus 1% for the day. And now it's a positive 0.3%, which is super cool. So our first target and our super bullish target is $3. And if we were to do the percentage method, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to get, if we take this whole entire move there, and we do it again from this point, that retracement level there. So we've got 590%, gets us to there as well. So around the $3 mark is our super bullish prediction for the next pump, and then coming back for a bit more consolidation before heading on out to possibly those $10 to $13 ranges, which some other chart analysts like the blockchain backer are saying, which they're kind of my targets for any big moves. But looking in the short term, and if you're talking about before Christmas and maybe taking some skin out of the game, these are the ones that could potentially happen. Now let's go over to use a bit of Fibonacci. So if we pull and retrace and extend on this entire move, so you can see we've extended there from March to the recent pump. We retraced down to the 50% level, or the 0.5 level, and then it's giving us something similar to 297. So it's giving us something very similar around the 3 mark. And then down here, the 2.6 mark, if it doesn't be as bullish as we think. So that's why I'd say if $3 is your trade move or your sellout move, maybe some of it happens at 250, some of it happens at 280, and then the rest of it at 3 to 20, let's say, depending on how things happen at the time. And definitely at those points, you're going to definitely be having some limit orders set, because trying to get into market orders at that time when it's extending out there, I'd say Coinbase would be crashing, and I'd say most exchanges would be crashing at that point because things will be going AWOL. So then if we be a little bit less bullish and we just kind of do the last move, then that gets us there to the 260. So if you're erring on the side of caution and you're saying that, you know what, I don't think that it's going to be super bullish and it's going to bust through those weekly resistance or those 2 weekly resistance that I've got there, then you could just say, well, maybe it'll kind of hit kind of the 250 mark or 260 mark. And then I guess if you want to think a little bit more short term and a little bit more conservative in your estimates, you could also look at, I guess, just flat out reproducing the last move which happened, which where do we got to go? So if we were to just reproduce that last 275 move from down in the 22.5, the consolidation when it turned the corner all the way up to this full extension there, if we would do something like that again, where would that get us? 265. Yeah, so that would get us up to that $1.60 mark. So we've got ourselves a range there. Like I say, I'm trying to keep these ones short and sweet. We're talking about the next pump. We're talking about hopefully before Christmas. I've chatted in my other videos about the last pump for Bitcoin, not the most recent one, but the one before that where everything consolidated for a while. Bitcoin went on a run on the 21st of October. It took XRP a month. So on the 21st of November is when it went for its run. Now, I believe it's roughly happening about a third of the time. So it's happening 3 times faster. So let's say from the daily candle, and if we go to the 16th of December, which was the day the Bitcoin moved, because you can see when the alts tried to follow. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So 3 days in, and we've got 7 to go. So the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and I think it gets us out to Boxing Day, Stevenson's Day, whatever you want to call it, whichever part of the world you're in. But the day after Christmas kind of gets us there. Now, I think it's going to happen before that, especially if some kind of stimulus check or promise of a stimulus check comes in the US market. Now, I don't think that's a big part of the play, but it is something. It could be a trigger because people might be banking on, hey, I'm going to put some of that in crypto and pay back all my debts or something like that. So that's just kind of a bit more of a macro picture. But I'm thinking that somewhere, hopefully a couple of days before Christmas, but if not, hopefully before the new year, we reach at least 160 US dollars per XRP. I'm definitely thinking, for my predictions, and possibly taking a small amount of profits on the table, maybe 5 or 10% of my holdings at a $2.50 to $3 range. Now, that's just me personally. That's where I've got my finger on the button, but I'll probably look at my entire bag of alts and see whichever one extended the most, and at the time that I needed to take some profits, maybe I'll take a little bit off the table, like a 10% of a holding of something. But anyway, that's where we're at. We're looking at somewhere in the range of $1.60 to $3 on the next move up, but it's going to happen quick. So if you are going to take profits, you're going to have your limit orders set before that. So when you start to see it running, and if it happens in the next few days and you start to see it running, then that's when it's kind of like, all right, so it's getting up towards $1. Maybe now's the time to put the limit orders in and hope for the best. Anyway, I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope your Christmas plans are coming along well. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you have, stay profitable, stay bullish on crypto, because the biggest is yet to come. The biggest is yet to come. But anyway, peace and have a great day.